Welcome to Crusader Kings 2. Today, I think it's time for an anti-pope. I sort of discussed it before, but didn't really know what mechanics were implemented as part of HIP to actually set it up. I think, I'm going to assume it's the same as the base game, because I actually had a look and couldn't find anything different. We have to basically have free investiture, and then we just go to the religion tab and obviously just make anti-pope. That's basically it. So I think we're just going to do that and obviously get rid of the Pope, because this dude does not stand a goddamn chance around us. We literally surround him on all sides. And the only other powerful Catholics who would really care, I mean, was that England? I mean, what are England going to do at this stage? It's literally just England. I mean, maybe the UK might unify against the HRE. Maybe the Greeks might come in as well. But by that time, we're going to have the dudes fully surrounded. We've got retinues as well. I think we could have had the war won before they even know it's happening, to be honest. So that's the plan. Now, how long has it been since we got investiture? I'm pretty sure it was our character that passed that, right? Or more specifically, that the Pope petitioned our character for that. So, I mean, how else could we do it? We could just grab Rome. We could just fabricate a claim on Rome, right? It's a little bit of an old-fashioned way. Now, I'd rather instead, and the other thing I wanted to mention is, rather than doing that, why don't we start fabricating claims on the areas we need to mend the Great Schism, right? So that's going to be, obviously, you know, Antioch. We've got Jerusalem. We've got... So we must already have a couple. So we need... Antioch, yep. Kudus, I don't know where that is. Constantinople, obviously. I think Constantinople is a big one. But we could still go for our Byzantine plan, whereby we get Prince Ocontre married to the Byzantine emperors, or what is she like, some distant brother. She's born in the purple either way. More to the point, that brings me to our next things. I asked last episode, are you guys okay with me removing the headache from this dude? Because it is a bug. But I have done that in the past, and people have freaked out. They're like, no, it's the game. If this was Iron Man, you wouldn't be able to do that. But guess what? It's not Iron Man. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of our dude's headache. So what is he? Remove trait. I assume it's just headache. In fact, let's double check. Remove treat. I wish. Char info. Let's just double check that very quickly. That is, it is just headache. Okay, good. Right, so let's go remove trait, headache, and then the son, Prince Ocontre 1077 2999. Right, there we go. Should be as good as new. Alright, so now we've got to go to that dude and find out whoever the hell it was and get her to marry our son again. And that'll basically be the Basilius, or the Byzantine assimilation program in full swing. So let's go back up to the Byzantine Emperor. Let's go claimants, and let's sort by age. So she was like, was it her? Prothymia? So people ask why I sent her gold, saying as her brother gets to decide, so it doesn't really matter. The only reason I sent her gold is because I was going to get her to come to our court with a favor. I was going to send her gold, buy a favor, and get her to the court. But, you know, I didn't realize that her brother at the time was a duke. So let's send him a gift. I get 77 opinion of us is pretty fantastic. We could also sway him if he says no, but I don't think he will. So let's go ahead and arrange marriage between her and Ocontre. We're good. Look at that. Problem solved. Now, she has, obviously, the strong claim on the Byzantine Empire. Somebody asked, why have we not got Tanis Tree succession? Well, Tanis Tree, to my knowledge, it's everybody up to 2 ranks below your character can vote. So, spoilers, that's basically everybody in the HRE, which I'm definitely not going to be doing, because otherwise we're going to end up with some idiot vassal who hates us, particularly we've got lots of different cultures going on right now, and we're about to establish an antipope. We're going to have some idiot vassal voting for Prince Faragrar, and then in 50 years' time, we're going to have Emperor this short idiot kid who's terrible. So instead, I'd rather stick with primogeniture, where we have much better control over things. And again, with primogeniture, if your firstborn son is crap, guess what? We send him for a ride in the countryside, and then the secondborn takes place. Oh, my poor son. Weep for him, for a terrible tragedy has befallen him, and now my genius son is in line to the throne instead. Primogeniture is just better at this stage of the game, in my opinion. Okay? I know it's up for debate. A lot of other series I've used, Tanis Tree, a pretty decent ram size, but for this one, I think it could be just more harm than good. Especially when we're also in the process of marrying claims. Like, it would really suck if we spent 3 generations setting up the Byzantine Empire to be inherited into this, and then with Tanis Tree they vote for, like I said, foie gras, the idiot short idiot. Right, you want to marry your son. Who is this? Roy Guard of... So get ourselves a... It's got 14,000 men. Get ourselves a non-aggression pact with the heir to Bourgeon. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. That's okay with me. We might as well have these daughters do something useful, right? Now, somebody also said flip over to agnatic cognatic, and I think I will do that at some stage, otherwise, for the same reasons I gave for giving women equality in the realm, is that we're basically missing half of our pool of children, if that case, if we don't have agnatic cognatic set up. Plus, there's not many members of House Karling left at this stage, right? Let's double check here. What are we up to? 5 living members, one of which is married into Bourgeon, and, you know, I imagine the other is some distant relative, seeing as... Oh, it's my sister. It's my sister who's already... Wait. Oh, right, Cyprus. I thought that was the same dude. I thought that she was going to marry her own aren't. No, that's not right. Anyway, I thought we were going to get some inbreeding going on there. God forbid inbreeding in European aristocracy in the year 1244. Alright, so let's just get everything set up here, and then we'll actually kick off the various plans I've talked about. What? Oh. Short also counts as dwarf. I was going to say, that's a lot of high, powerful dwarfs. I guess not high, short, powerful dwarfs. Is it not a bonus? Is it bonus to opinion? Really? You would gain an opinion bonus for designating a short person. That's crazy. Okay, well, why the hell not? It doesn't really matter too much. Court Jester is irrelevant. Keeper of the Swans would go for you. Everybody loves this anyway, so it really doesn't matter too much. Sure, in this example, Tanis Tree would work fine, but I can't guarantee that our next one is going to do things as well, bearing in mind some other plans we've also got kicking along in the background here. Particularly the anti-pope thing, but also maybe we might want to experiment with our saintly remains. Right, so Cupbearer, is that negative in this one? No, thank God. I wish they'd sort of stick to it, because some mods I've played, Cupbearer is a negative trait, I guess, because it's sort of like, you know, hey, carry my cup for me and pour me wine. I know it's a sign of trust, historically, like, this is the person you trust not to poison you, but some mods have made that negative for whatever reason. Court Tutor, in fact, let's set them up a bit more diligently. Speaking of which, she'll do perfectly. Cocovan, for as long as she's here, she's prodigy, shrewd, diligent, charitable. Man, maybe I shouldn't have married her off. She's very good. What the hell is an Schnenk? The Arch Cupbearer for the King of Bohemia. Well, there's two of them, so I don't know how that works. Sorry, my old German isn't very much up to standards. We've got an Ertrusser. I don't know what that means either. Anyway, you can have that one. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of these. Right, there we go. Perfect. And these are all just honorary titles, I guess, within the HRE. The Count Palatine. Right, so these are just... I don't know why these honorary titles wouldn't already be dished out, but I guess... Seeing as it's supposedly only for one dude? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Right. The Urge Jägermeister. Perfect. And let's go for Rex Romanum. I assume it is our originally title preserved for the elected emperor who had yet to be crowned by the Pope. Later used the title for the heir apparent. Nice. There you go. Rex Romanorum. Alright. Everything's set up. We're good. That's a little bit of the final crappy bit of round management we had to do there. An investment. He's asking for... Is this a large round investment? I wish they'd tell you, because this is added by... Flogi's tech mod allows you to invest in foreign rounds in exchange for profit. There is a chance it can go wrong, though, depending on how much they're willing to invest in that type of thing. So let them invest. We could get a good investment out of that, which reduces build cost. Build time, I think, gives us, like, tax as well or something like that. Oh, nice. Imperial Bodyguards is very, very good. Plot power defense plus 50% is massive. Holy shit, that's, like, genuinely very, very good. Not that we were likely to be assassinated or anything anyway. Speaking of which, does China want anybody from us? Because we haven't really spoken to China in a while. They're actually open again. They were isolationists for the longest time. Do you want a eunuch, my dude? Can I interest you in a eunuch? Oh, man. Yeah, he absolutely would be interested. I'm going to send these boys off. We get them yearly, or what feels like yearly anyway. So sending a yearly, very, very powerful Karling blood eunuch over... Well, not Karling blood, but Karling blood event-spawn eunuch over to China seems like a pretty good plan. Kowtow? Doesn't seem right for the Emperor. A Karling Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire to go and kowtow and bow before the Chinese Emperor. Do you want any books? Do you want, like, a sword? We're not using this sword, so we might as well just send it to him. There we go. He is absolutely cursed. Oh, no, sorry, he's possessed. Yeah, no, sorry, my mistake. Chinese artifacts. Do we not already have Chinese artifacts? Siege Engineers are great, especially if we want to make one now. When you marshal, obviously, they'll teach all of our other characters siege speed traits. Take a strategist. I think I'd rather wait for, like, a Scholar Bureaucrat. Build cost, build time modifiers, or a Master Engineer as well. Either of those good. Master Engineer, I'd say, is probably better. At this stage, again, we've already got quite low build cost, build time. We'll deal with China later. They're not important right now. Oh. Well, that's that. That's what I was talking about. Failed foreign investment. That was a total disaster. Nothing happens. It's a shame we don't, like, use a general opinion bonus of him or something, because he sort of messed up his investment. So, build cost plus 5% until... Oh, that's quite a lot, though, isn't it? Seeing as we've only got sort of expensive buildings left to build. That sucks. 29 stewardship. That's absolutely insane. And hopefully he'll also become, if we put him on the council, hopefully he'll become an imperial, you know, he'll get like the imperial courtier trait. So I think the guy we sent before had the trait imperial something. Let me see if I can find one just to demonstrate. Now I also want to find out for myself whether there are different versions like imperial marshal, imperial steward or whatever. Is it just imperial courtier? Oh, it's just imperial bureaucrat. Oh no, maybe there are different ones. Yeah, look, there are. So Imperial Courtier, Imperial Bureaucrat actually gives stewardship as well. So fingers crossed, by having him on our council, it might help increase his own stewardship there. Take him up to 31, plus our artifact bonuses as well. We're going to have a guy with almost 40 stewardship. That's absolutely insane. And that's also not including, you know, whatever else we get up to with this character. We still want to write a magnum opus if we go for a stewardship one as well. I want to get this dude up to 40 martial. That's my own, sorry, 40 stewardship. That's my own personal goal now. Let's oversee construction in Paris. and I guess spend a little bit of this gold, which we've built up for quite some time. Keep level 5, absolutely fantastic deal. It's going to give us 10% extra levy size there in Paris. We'll get 4 barracks, why the hell not? Seems weird not having a decent level of barracks at this stage of the game. We might as well just go for everything we can. Now, the other thing I've been basically not doing this entire episode is ever using the search for a smith, and the simple reason for that is the only way to get the quality 4 artifacts is being an emperor and having roughly 3,500 gold. At this stage of the game, given that we've had 41 month balance, I think it is 3,500. So essentially the way it works is it's 2.5 times your yearly income, capped out at 2,500 gold for the artifact, and then you pay another 1,000 on top of that to acquire, if you're lucky, rare materials from a neighboring province. That's the only way to get quality 4, and again, like I said, you have to be emperor as well. So what have we actually got right now? I suppose we don't really need new jewelry from that event, seeing as we have the Reichscrown. We have the Dragon Amulet, so that takes up those slots. And we've also already got the Bejeweled Dagger, right? Which counts as quality 2, so we could get better from that one. But is it worth spending 3,500 gold to get a new ceremonial weapon? No, not at all. We've already got the Scepter as well, so we don't have to worry about that. How has he got a Scepter? And I guess he's wearing it on his belt or something. I was just thinking, how has he got room for all of these things to be equipped? Sure, so we won't worry about that then. Weapon wouldn't be a bad plan. You know, armor would be good. That's one thing we haven't got any of at all. We've got a Silk Shroud, which we... Oh, counts as a separate thing entirely. Okay, then. We can't wear the seamless robes of Jesus, unfortunately. So let's go for armor, first and foremost. But again, we need like 3,500. It's either 2,500 or 3,500. So we're going to be waiting a while for that. Getting the trait Zealous. Nice, that works incredibly well. So we'll acquire some ingredients in the meantime. We'll try not to do the marketplace one so that we're not spending any more than we have to. A son, Adrian Karling, born to Imperatrix Kalana of the Holy Roman Empire. She has obviously a claim on the Byzantine Empire, but we're not going to do that. Adrian, Hughes, and Antoine. We need a good French name here. Prince Souffle of the Holy Roman Empire. I didn't want to call him Souffle, but I tried typing in the alt code and it didn't work, and I tried copying and pasting it, and we ended up getting like something very, very weird. That. So we could just call him that, though. Souffle copyright. Perfect. There we go. Close enough. You must attempt to save him. Please. My souffle. It's ruined. He's also got... What is that? Tranquil Voice. Intrigue +2. Diplomacy +2. That's actually very good. Whoa. A Vassal Opinion +10 for that is huge. That's very, very good. Wow. Real shame we couldn't get that in the main bloodline, which is obviously going to be Au Contraire the Thirds, isn't it, really? I think his son will be called Au Contraire, and his son after him will be called Au Contraire. Well, we'll basically save it for whoever ends up being a prodigy. Now, next generation, I think it's very, very unlikely we're actually going to get a prodigy-based character, seeing as it's quite rare for it to inherit, and she obviously doesn't have it. Only he's the only one with it there, so it's going to be fairly rare. I guess we could try and breed it back into the 3rd generation, but I do like marrying for claims now, seeing as we've already got a pretty stable and powerful realm. Oh, this is interesting. My dynasty has a large and proud history, yet I'm unsure by looking through the realms... Yeah, I'm sure by looking through the realms records, I'll be able to find even more prestigious ancestors to adorn my family tree and increase my prestige and legitimacy. I honestly think you've probably got the most impressive dude who's ever lived in your family tree. Well, in modern day... Oh, sorry, Europe. Current time, Europe, CK2. I would lead the research myself. I would hire an entire group of scholars. Getting the trait stressed if we do that. You found a bloodline sooner or later, but because of our high learning, we can just do it. I assume because of also our connections in the Hermetic Society. Sure. So take time for you to find a bloodline, or we can just simply not bother. Okay, so we'll absolutely lead the research myself. I mean, how does this work? Are we going to get like some blood of a random dude added to our list? Who knows? Court Chaplain Thierry burst through the chambers, flanked by yet another guy that we're trying to burn here. I love that I'm just believing them. There's no downside to just believing them all the time either. This could be some big Catholic plot behind the scenes to overthrow, you know, any pretenders. Speaking of pretender, man, I really wish we could change this, but I don't know how. It's a shame it hasn't got a countdown until how much longer. Law for this title has not already been changed by Emperor Contraire II. Oh shit, so it's going to have to be our son that does that then. So for this go, we'll just focus on obviously getting those claims built up, pushing claims for Byzantine Empire, and hopefully taking it over for what will eventually be, hopefully, our grandson to take control of. Unless he's not elected, which obviously that would suck. Is there anything else we can grab in the meantime? Start fabricating claims on Jerusalem. Seems like that might be a bad idea. How many men have you guys got right now? 61,000. Yeah, we're not going to go to war with you anytime soon. Not with the amount of Imperial Decay we've got. So we also need Alexandria. Alexandria might be separate. It's around... Where is Alexandria? It's around here somewhere, right? I assume that's it. I'm going to assume that's it. Yeah, it absolutely is. Okay. So, wow, look at all these fancy crosses we've got. We could try and grab these ones. You are under a separate emperor, right? You are. Khalifa Alan the Butcher, if we could go and grab Holy War for Alexandria. I think that's what we need to do right now. And honestly, his empire is very, very small. Oh, shit, he's got all of this as well in Ethiopia. Sure. So what we'll do then, let's build up our retinue, get them into position, and then we can immediately, you know, obviously grab that one, hopefully before his troops can reinforce and at least coalesce up from Ethiopia there, Abyssinia. Right, okay, night retinues. Anybody in favor of night retinues? Well, there goes my stewardship, my smithing money. 5 ingredients, wow, that's crazy. Days pass without us even noticing. We already have more than we can carry. 5 ingredients added to our inventory. Now, one thing we could do, we could try and steal horrible pagan artifacts and send those over to China as well. So the Ark of the Covenant, for example, is worth 10,000. If we get an emperor who likes wealth, it will be doubled again. So that would be an insane amount of money. In fact, I think you get 15,000, so you get an additional 50%. So when we look for, like I said, any old pagan artifacts, really. Mjolnir. Oh my god, it exists? No way. Huh. Well, I mean, that works. As much as I'd like to keep that for my collection, I think stealing it, send it to China for the benefits that could give us would be a lot better. Mjolnir? Yeah, okay. Bear in mind, China has just come out of a period of instability and civil war, or whatever the hell was wrong with them. So now is probably the best time to get a shit ton of favor, because they're probably going to be in power for quite some time. Let's try and steal Mjolnir. Who should be your accomplice? So we have 24, 23. We could probably just solo it, but I think we can also bring our Spy Master, the King of Sicily, or we can bring Guillaume the Destroyer, who's only good at martial, or Au Contraire. We can bring Au Contraire, of course we will. He's also as well-rounded as we are. Obviously a little more, you know, a little more aimed towards stewardship there, but you could help out nonetheless. Kalana is pregnant. Please, for the love of God, no more. Although I guess the family tree was looking a little bit short there. A little bit too far trimmed. You have arrived at Duke Inge IV of Helsingland's capital. As expected, it's heavily guarded. There's a group of guards at the main door and a servant's entrance at the back. 79% chance of success because of our good diplomacy. Absolutely. Excuse me, let me in. We're here to hammer inspection. Excuse me, we've got to check out your hammers. Sorry, why is the Pope muddy again? This happens all the time. Sword in mud, dirt, another less favourable slush. We always see shit Pope. Every single time. You managed to evade most patrols and you come outside the treasury. 2 ball guards stand between you and your prize. Wow, 80% chance of success. I don't think I've ever seen it that high before. Physical strength. I mean, I don't think any of them are particularly physically strong, but they both have good martials, so I guess we'll try that one. But burn this apostate. Oh my god, we might actually do it. Oh my god. Depends on your administrative capabilities and scholarly knowledge. Well, our guy has 27 learning, and our son has 29 stewardship. Split up to cover more ground. 89% chance of success. Have we done it? Oh, get out of here. Mjolnir. Transfer Mjolnir from the treasury of Duke Inge otherwise to the treasury of Emperor Au Contraire the Frog. The racist nickname. Well. Okay, the heist of Mjolnir. There we go. Hey, China. How about this hammer, though, my dude? 10,000 grace. It does count as a high-level artifact there. So it's up there with the Bones of St. Peter, Ark of the Covenant, and, you know, I assume some other stuff as well. Mjolnir? Send it. Send it. So waiting for him to obviously flip over to wealth would not be good, because I think by the time he flips over to wealth, there might be another chance of having a war, and obviously if the Emperor's replaced in a war, we lose all our favour. And, wow, okay. Get Imperial Marriage. That would be so good in a lot. Wait, what? I was going to say, we're already married. How is that possible? Trade contracts, so we get all of our trade... Oh, it's just Silk Road, isn't it, in this world? It doesn't matter too much. Master Engineer would be good. You know what? I'm going to go for a Master Engineer first and foremost. Just because this guy, the bonuses that he gives are absurd. You know, like the Blast Furnace is fantastic. Don't think we can get a dock because we are obviously in Paris, so that's irrelevant. If you're on the coast, the Master Engineers are so good. But he's still hopefully going to give us... I have to keep it very close on things. Hopefully going to give us a lot of very good bonuses. Researching prestigious ancestors has helped me considerably to polish the reputation of my family, yet it's not enough. For our name to be remembered, we must endeavour to maintain a higher standard of behaviour in class even today, despite our large numbers. What, all 5 of us? Sure, I would dedicate my entire life to this venture. Kind, stress, familial devotion. Oh, wow. Look at this. My entire life for 5 years. Close enough. What do you want to go for, then? Kind, stress, take your time... You'd assume this one would be the highest one. Oh, because it's available due to our high diplomacy. We also gain kind out of it. I think we already had kind, so that's irrelevant, but that's pretty good. That's like very, very good. I'm really interested to see what this bloodline will end up, because I'm not done... I've done so very few of the... Honestly, any of the bloodlines. But I've done much fewer of the event-driven bloodlines, rather than just fulfilling these ones by normal means. Joffrey. I actually do like the name Joffrey Karling. Unfruitful death. Oh, God, he's actually very, very low tier. Joffrey's a good name, though, my dude. Okay, let's see what random names it comes up with. Jean, Simon, Richard, Jeffrey, Jacques. We've got Au Contraire. Charlemagne. Can't go with Charlemagne. You are nowhere near good enough for that. Welcome to the world, young Estropier. That seems a little bit rude to name your kid that, but there we go, sure. I mean, he does sort of suit the bill. I suppose he's only deaf and unfruitful. It's not like he's just completely maimed coming out of the womb. Anyway, betrothed can marry. So this is our daughter to the heir of Sicily. No? Who is this dude? Have you just lied to me? Prince... I thought she was marrying him. No. Of course not. No, we're not going to do that. You can get out of here with that. That's terrible. Who is this person? Just a random grandson of a duke? Get out of here. No, no, no. Decline. Disable. Absolutely not. I'm going to break that betrothal. I thought he was... Am I going crazy? But was he not originally married... Or was she not originally marrying the heir? Break betrothal. Oh, no. Roy... Oh, the torment will be... Opinion will be lowered by us. What does he think of us now, then? Oh, no. Only 100. God forbid. Wait, daughter? Oh, granddaughter. She's prodigy and perceptive. Wow. She's still unfruitful, though. The Karling curse continues. Not that's really affected us too much, you know. Seeing as he is supposedly unfruitful and has had a daughter within, like, the year of being married. Our character's unfruitful, has had 5 kids, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. She could be very, very good. I think Agnatic Cognatic, in hindsight, is a very, very good plan. No, conscientious. Let's go for conscientious. Let's min-max this as much as possible. We're going to educate her. So she definitely comes out as good as possible, seeing as I think we can probably drive it as good as possible. Right, there we go. Restrict to marriage. You need a... we need a great name for you. Karl a man. Why not Karl a woman? It's the stupidest thing I've ever done in CK2 ever in my life. I think she's good enough to actually get the name Charlemagne, whatever. Charles the Great, however you want to refer to him. I think she's that good a successor that she deserves it at this point. So... Agnatic Cognatic needs to happen. It really, really, really does. We could go absolute Cognatic, couldn't we? Change the succession law would displease all vassals, especially those who stand to lose. Well, it'll upset none of our children because we've only had sons. Oh no, it would upset Foie Gras, God forbid, and Soufflard and Entropier, but, I mean, Estropier, sorry. But Coquevan will be higher in the list. Again, it doesn't matter unless our firstborn is assassinated, but Coquevan is also very, very good, isn't she? Let's marry her off matrilineally, because she now stands a chance to inherit, right? So let's go matrilineal. Let's just find somebody who's got, I don't know, a good congenital trait. Let's go for like a prodigy. Let's see if we can find her another prodigy's marriage. She's also an insanely good character, by the way. So if she does inherit, not a massive loss. Prodigy. Let's reset all and just go join court, yes. Okay, so there are people. 31. This dude's 31. He's just, honest, charitable, trusting, ambitious, trained diplomat, shrewd, novice fighter, prodigy. Welcome aboard. Honestly, he'll do. Invite to court. Nice. Hopefully she won't. No, so the women or daughters of your dynasty can sometimes like refuse to marry people, which hopefully won't be the case because he's a very good character. There he is. Ernesto Malvicini. Okay, sure. Let's go for what was his name? Ernesto. Ernesto. Nope, he's not there. Okay, well let's do it the old-fashioned way then. Right. Nest. Okay, fuck you, prodigy. Why? Is he married? Oh, he's already married. That would explain a lot, huh? That would explain a lot. Okay. What about Rogier? Rogier, he'll do. Fuck it. Okay, welcome aboard. In prison? Nope. Invite to court. That'll do. Right. It generally helps if you're trying to arrange a marriage, not to go for, you know, somebody who's already married. The roots of its legend. Thanks to the restless efforts of Emperor Au Contraire II, the Karling dynasty has risen to fame. Well, thank God for that. We've put it on the map. Amongst their peers, as patrons of nobility and class, Emperor Au Contraire II himself has become a symbol of I thought it said prenatal, parental responsibility, not too far out, and familial duty. A sophisticated man who's devoted his entire life to uphold the honour and virtue of his family's good name, he has become an example for all esteemed aristocrats to follow. Founder of a bloodline. Oh, shit. The Grand Patriarch. That's cool. Dynasty opinion +5, monthly prestige 0.1, can influence younger relatives. That seems like it could be very, very useful. Might be just basically what the Benedictine Order and the Dominican Order give without needing to be part of it. Influence. Dynastic meddling. What does that do? So we have to be older than 40. So when we're 40, and as long as he's less than 35, we can meddle in his affairs. Oh, it seems like a little bit of a busy body bloodline in that case. But that's cool, though. That's an interesting little bloodline. We'll have to obviously see how powerful the events associated with that are before we can decide how good it actually is. But I think that's fantastic. Right, okay. Become a saint? Fuck it, we'll try it. I don't think it's ever going to happen, is it? But we'll give it a go. And you know what? If it fails us, I think that really is a good sign. Because seeing as we're going to depose the Pope and become an anti-Pope and build our own saint homunculus Pope anyway. Oh, did I say that out loud? Then it doesn't matter too much if we fail to become a saint, because we're going to get our revenge on the Catholic Church next generation no matter what, for hundreds of years of snubbing our family. Some of the most holiest people who've ever lived. Anyway, Rogier, welcome to court. You're going to marry my young 18-year-old daughter. That seems a little odd, seeing as, you know, she's 18, he's 39. He's actually older than us. It's a little weird. Give him court jester. Should we give him something? A lot of you have pointed out that we're 4 out of 12 on our domain size here. So I really should start reclaiming some provinces, huh? Could just personally hold Rome, I guess. That's a good use of the fabricate claim button. We're taking back Vermandois, because that was our capital. Then I also want Valois as well, wherever the hell that is, because that was also... Yeah, we've already got Valois. Okay, fine. We'll take Vermandois. Maybe we should just go for surrounding, you know, sort of provinces that surround Paris. So this one is also a pretty decent one that we might want to grab. Doesn't count as Paris, though. What was the Duchy of... Oh, that is the Duchy of Valois. Oh, so Vermandois is already part of that. Right, so we'll just try and take back everything in our capital duchy then. That makes way more sense. So if we grab claims on it, we can revoke it without vassals complaining. The issue is we're going to have to retract some vassalages as well. I'm not sure you can retract those without still upsetting them. So that's something we'll worry about in a minute. We've got anything else we can do here? Still search for Smith. I'm not doing it because we are trying to build up a retinue so that we can go to war with, you know, this guy and try and get Alexandria a little more comfortably. We could do it. I just want to make sure it's done effectively. You know, I don't want to waste a whole war getting people onto boats, shifting them over. Special time in Paris. Fantastic. Nice. So that's a couple more retinues there. Good, good, good. We'll not bother you with such petty assignments, my friend. What are we looking at in terms of retinue size right now, then? Not many, honestly. There's only about 3k's worth of cavalry there. But don't forget, they are going to be very, very good cavalry, too. Published a theorem paper. How close are we to leveling up? Because I just want to, at least if we can do anything out of this dude, it's got to be writing a magnum opus about stewardship, right? Just to make sure the next dude that inherits his... Oh, can rank up now? No? Oh, we haven't been this rank for 3 years yet? Oh, wow, that's fairly impressive that we've already got the 1000 esoteric knowledge in that time, then. There we go. Lose the trait ill, which was what I was a little bit worried about there. Let's rank up. Nice. So, make Horoscope. Do we want to risk it again? I mean, it worked out incredibly well for Au Contraire, didn't it? Or was it... No, it's our character now that we're playing as that it worked out... Well, I suppose there wasn't one wrong with Au Contraire. We could go for Baguette Karling, make her a Horoscope, and sort of see how it ends up. Oh, God. This may be horrible. Sacred Text Illuminate Me. That's really, really good. Especially as we're, you know, coming up to the time we want to write our magnum opus. I wonder how close we are to, or what's the chance of us becoming a saint. We don't have a saint in our bloodline. To be honest, we're not very pious. Oh, to be fair, we got 5,300, and the last character that I think was more likely to get named a saint, I had around 5,000 piety as well. Oh, shit, we can imprison him. Try and get him trait just. We've already got it. But I don't want to lose it. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to imprison our marshal. That kind of sucks. Right. Well, we've got plenty though. They are, like I said, the Karling blood marshals or warriors. So we've got plenty of those to go around. Not a big deal. Right. Can we grab something else from China? Yes, we can. Peace Steel, Chinese artifact, siege engineer, strategist, scholar, bureaucrat. Let's go for a scholar bureaucrat next then. Build cost, build time minus 15%, and then if we also go ahead and sort of set up our artifacts to mirror that, could spend a little bit of money building ourselves up. You know what? I'm going to equip these now. Because honestly, I don't really want any more kids. Let's lower the fertility down a fair amount. Kind of put stewardship. We got white stag, feudal warfare. Stewardship +2. You know, I think that's probably better than having whatever that was before. How to build a well? Build time minus 20%. It's only build time, and I think we're already at the 1-day modifier still, aren't we? Alright, you know what? I think we're fine as it is. Let's check our build cost. So it's actually not going to be a 1 day because our guy is collecting taxes instead to try and rebuild the retinues here. We haven't got much to build anymore. What do we need for that next level? I can never remember. So siege equipment level 6 is it now. Shit, how close are we to that? Oh, still under halfway. Another daughter. Damn it. I don't know if they could be elected as members of... the... or as the successor to the Byzantine Empire, I should say. Shit. Okay. There's apropos on there. I saw that one. I'm just going to go for a funny name because this person we may never see again. First one of our names to turn up. Random ancestor. Come on, surely it's got to be one of them here. There we are, why not? Another apropos is fine, and I don't think we're ever going to see her do anything with her life compared to her sister, who is absolutely insanely good. This guy wants... Oh, we can gain charitable. We've already... Oh, we haven't got charitable, and we are trying to become a saint. Sure, why not? What do we give him? Oh, we're giving him... I don't want to give him that one. That's like a legitimately good province. Alas, he was never meant to rule. We'll get... You know, we'll get that via different means. We've got the theology focus. You know, we could, when we're done with the Hermetic Society, go and join the Benedictine Order anyway. What is this? Legends about Alexander the Great and his epic campaign across Asia are told through the world. Countless young rulers have wasted their lives in the hopeless attempts to emulate the immortal achievements of this legendary figure. Having died young, after fathering only one child, Alexander was unable to establish an imperial dynasty, despite his many accomplishments, tragically dooming his empire to fall shortly after its creation. Rulers of all creeds and notions claim to trace their ancestors to the fleeting line of Alexander, yet none have been able to claim such a, or none have been able to have such a prestigious claim recognized by peers and subjects. I would be the first to succeed. Attempt to forge a claim on Alexander's bloodline. What kind of idiot would I be if I didn't press that button? Oh my god, I've never had this event before. The Tomb of Alexander. You know what? Let's leave it for next time. And I hate to do that, but we're overrunning. I actually really want to see what this event is about, and I want to dedicate a whole episode to it, because this sounds like it could be very, very cool. Next episode, I guess we forged yet another bloodline. The blood of Alexander the Great. I wonder what that would do for us. This guy seems like... I know it's obviously not legitimate, but having the blood of Karl the Great and Alexander the Great... We've got a lot of greats in our house. Just going to have to hopefully keep that train growing with Emperor Ocontrate. What is it? The third his son is called? Maybe he'll be with the Great as well. You know who is great, though? It's the insane top tier level patrons. Hey, we went to the right scene today. Well done, OVS. Big shout out to Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Haydog, Sidini, Tim Bragg, Loris, Crosis, Vacuous Bacchus, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Michael Mullen, Mora, Jacob Alexander Fenton, Pelvis Presley, Asuna Kirito, Conspired T, Jimbo, Orcswolf, Fakuna Vasquez, Tom Terror 18, Average Gamer 419, Escape, Zazzy 7011, Baniel Faust, and Eric B for their support the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you very much for keeping the channel alive and monetized, despite the fact that YouTube doesn't really like the series too much, apparently. And a big shout out as well to Andrew Wilson, Nathaniel Limburg, Euphrates, Icy the Great, Jack Allen, Wolfie, James Barnes, Betimus Max, Panther Pearl, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nathan Flores, The Sage, Euron DeVries, Haji Dumar, Arakira, Alpha Scuff, Dunk217, Seth McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, Sir Death, Asero, Nick, Will Wade, Hancock, Noah Gallimore, Fraser Brennan, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, John Holiday, Zico, Jay Lara, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and Justin Plot.